I don't know why I've been in the mood for a 7-Up. All right. All right, let's get into this. It's not going to take long for this part 2. Sorry that I'm also late for getting this out. I've been busy. Okay, look here, people. Part 2 of the Tiger King. Before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at EMIAJLUV, okay? Definitely leave comments in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, especially on stuff that I find to be cool and controversial and get your mind going. That's the things that I like to kind of tap into, if you haven't noticed. Like, you know, even now something that would seem basic, I can try to make it controversial. Like, hold on, wait a minute, analyze the situation. And those are the kind of things I like to tap into. So look, you know, leave some comments, give me something to think about, all those types of stuff. And let's go. Tiger King. All right, so we last left off on Carol, Joe, and stuff like that. Mainly Carol, and about her being the other woman and how she trifling and everything like that, right? So one of the things that I want to talk about with Carol, wait, was it with Carol? I done did it again. I forgot. Okay, we'll get back to that later. Let's go on to Jeff, okay? Now, Jeff here, Jefferson, he is, I think, the slickest. I mean, I'm not going to say the slickest of them all, because how can you sit there and like kill your husband and then feed him to the tigers and not be said the slickest of them all, right? But, you know, Jeff was really slick and he was real cool about it, right? He was like real like laid back and, oh yeah, I'm just here for you. I'm just here to help it. Oh yeah, you know, let's go ahead and put the project and the puta. And meanwhile, this dude is like scamming everybody. Okay. Now, let me tell you something. Joe had gave his kingdom, okay, because that's what we're saying, his zoo, his kingdom. He gave his kingdom to this guy, Jeff. So that way Jeff could help him, you know, stay out of the lurch kind of and help get some things going. So that way Carol wouldn't take his kingdom. Okay, he hated Carol so much that he didn't see the other slime bag going. And I was even telling my boyfriend, and me and my homegirl Nadia was talking, we was like, this is an actual game of chess. Like, this is chess on steroids. Because in this particular situation, okay, here is your queen. All right, she's right here. All right, and she is just going apeshit. She's killing the pawn. Okay, she goes over here. Oh, she's actually gonna stay where she's at. You think she's over, y'all make y'all move, but then she takes you too, and she ain't even tripping about it. And she's like, what's up next? What's up next? I can move diagonal. I'm gonna get that one out the way, and I'm gonna get you out the way. The king like, damn, I could even make a quick move right fast. She was like, no, I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for you. Oh, y'all didn't even see that. Let me replay. My bad. Okay, hold on, because I sat there and got into the situation. Yeah, she's in there like, boom, boom. She's killing everybody. Okay, the queen has lost her. And that's exactly what Carol did. But in the event that, you know, this Jeff guy come along, oh, he's a slick bag. Okay? He's almost to me like he could be the horse. Okay? Like I said, the horse moves in an L position. Okay? It goes 1, 2, 3, boom. Or boom, 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 you know, stuff like that. And it's kind of like you don't know where he's at, basically. You know, sometimes when you're making the moves and there's all these chess pieces and these, you know, basically players on the board, you think to yourself, well, you know what, I have this one here for this reason, but I'm going to go here for this reason. Meanwhile, that rook is right, not rook, that horse, whatever it's called, is right there. And you're like, you were so busy trying to look out for that one that you didn't see this one. And this one moves a little bit different, can bounce around. And that's what I feel like Jeff did. That's basically what I was trying to say. Jeff is the horse. He's the horse in all this. You don't know where he's coming from, what he's doing. And I've said that a million times, so I'm going to move forward. He's also a slime bag. So let's kind of retake some direction with Jeff for a second. Now, I've definitely told you his player and all this. But let's talk about the fact that how weirdo he is. Now, this segment is about these guys. You got the Doc, okay, that's the one with the four women. Then you got Jeff with his wife, and they swingers, okay. Where do I begin? See, while everybody's looking at this and that, let me just tell you how I see these controlling ass men, okay. Again, it's another situation where they prey. All of these men, even Joe, they preyed on mindsets that some people wouldn't find as weak, but I find them to be weak because this is my thing. And this is why I say, this is why I find it weak. I understand that people have their fun and their fun is different sometimes than somebody else's fun or than my fun. I understand that, people like different things and stuff, I get that. But what I also understand is that when this man has a wife and they're going to these different hotels and putting a tiger cub in their suitcase to entice and lure in other women and stuff who say it's like the tiger gets them every time, shit like that. Well, yeah, I feel like that's weak-minded because I also feel like she has chosen to be happy with her situation with him because, I mean, he showed her that he's staying with her. But in her situation, she knows that she has to share her man. It's one thing to choose to, I guess, want to share your man. It's another thing to kind of fall into it and be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll share. Because that's what he needs or that's what she needs. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a prey on the weak mindsets. And that's even with Jeff. Oh, I said that already. That's even with the Doc. And I guess there was only like one other one to live to tell about it because they sure didn't interview the other ones. They just got to watch them from afar. You better leave them girls on schedule, okay? The women on schedule because they ain't playing no games and he ain't playing either. Keeping everybody in line, using and running his sanctuary the way he sees fit. But I feel like if I ever have to share my man with anybody, and I gotta be a second, third, fourth, fifth wife, well, that ain't gonna happen. We gonna have to renegotiate, or she'll do like my homegirl Noelle did, and she was like, if he gets to have more than one wife, why can't I have more than one husband? But I told her that was wrong. That's very wrong. I don't know a clear way to say that. It's just controlling people like to control and they like to have people that they can't control and dominate in a certain way. And I feel like with all these situations, when you have to entice somebody, when you have to lure someone with a tiger, when you have to give them all the meth and drugs they want and weed they want, when you have to get them all the cars and games that they want, when you just found women and people that you're, not even asking them to get the plastic surgery, but you just got it set up because you just know they're going to do it. That's just how much you got them wrapped around your finger in this twisted sanctuary that you've created. Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny too because, to get somebody to keep working, it's amazing that, these people would be zoo people, have animals because really taking care of animals is a full-time job. It's not like having children. I mean, it is like having children, but even like 10 times more the work, because like I said, like in the last video, when you got a tiger, when you got just one tiger, you got to feed that thing. When you have 2,000+ tigers, 100 tigers and elephants and chimpanzees and lynx and stuff, you got to like feed them things. So yeah, everybody needs to be hustling on a daily basis. This is your job. And only gets to pay them, what, $100? Gets to pay them like $100 a week, $80 a week. They get to eat food from the dump meat bit. I mean, I'm just like, dang. Talk about misogynisticness at its finest, So anyways, let's go back to Jeff in a different way. Actually, no, screw Jeff. I'm tired of talking about him. Basically, my point is issues, and women and men, prize yourself enough to understand that you deserve someone who is going to treat you better. And if you don't know what better looks like, then go out and find it. But just know that somebody buying you or supporting any bad habits of yours is not for you. I one time had a boyfriend who only bought me cigarettes and didn't buy me shit else. Like literally. And I'm like, I remember looking at that and I felt like, you know what, like you are so evil for that. Because I can support my own doggone habit. If I can't, I can't. I don't need you to fund my habit for me by going and getting my cigarettes. I need you when you know that you at my house eating up my food that I'm barely working to get. If that even makes sense. That you gonna put some groceries up in my house so that way we can eat. Other than that, don't buy my cigarettes. So as moving forward in my life, my man don't smoke at all. He don't drink. He ain't ever done drugs. And I like it that way. I love it that way. I am a hypocrite smoker. I do not like people who smoke, period. Okay, but enough about me, The point is that I'm trying to say is you're supposed to choose people who are look at that. It's because I need to shave. You're supposed to choose people who are going to benefit your life in some type of way. It's a mutual exchange, whether it's happiness, whether it is stuff, and love, growth, peace of mind, things like that. People can also look at the financial aspect, but I really think that comes as a secondary to all the other first dairy things. Because can you get along? Does this person make you, does it give you a boost? Does she give you a boost when you need it? And stuff like that. When the communication, the things you have in common, the fact that you guys are opposite, yet you attract, and it just seems to work. Stuff like that. All the other crap, worry about it later. And I think that these people have settled into a mindset of security with, the doc, with Jeff, with Joe. A sense of security that maybe they didn't have growing up or in their life at all. And I just feel like that's unfortunate. Now, I want to move forward because I really don't have much to say about Jeff Lowe other than the fact that he's a slime bag. But if this is what you call a businessman, well, it seems like he sure knows how to do business because he took over Joe's kingdom. He sat there and then screwed everybody else in the process. And then just nicely said, things sometimes just don't work out. They just don't work out. There was that fat guy. I don't remember his name, but he's the one with the hair, and he's the snitch. And stuff. Now, I want to draw attention to just really how long this investigation has really been going on. You know what I'm saying? This fat guy with the short hair who was just sitting back like this and just snitching on everybody. I want to say this. I don't know how long this investigation has been going on. They said, for a certain period of time. I forgot the time frame. But I'm pretty sure it was even longer than that, okay? To the point where even Joe Exotic had his third husband, the one that be talking to him 3 times a day in prison. Like I said, take some notes from the last OG. Ain't nobody going to be talking to you, 3 times a day. But anyways, I had him go to the stores that he had. That he had put, that he had kept his secret on dirt and news about everybody else, right? But just in case measures. But this fat guy is a trip to me. Now, they titled him as a businessman. I title him as a snitch. These are the type of people that walk among you and you don't know what they're into and you call them haters. And then they still try to get their jigs in. See, he didn't get nowhere like he thought he would with Joe. And he didn't get nowhere like he thought he would with Jeff. He wanted some type of, name or paperwork or whatever the case is. And Jeff screwed him over. He didn't give him none of that. And so now he's sitting there like, man, I got information. So now you're working with the FBI who is probably paying you. Like I said, maybe. But that's just because they showed him on a little speedboat, on some type of little Floridanese vacation or something like that. I don't know. I'm just babbling. But the point is that you got snitches among ya. And when you got snitches among you, you got to be careful. Because when people sit up there and be always trying to get what about me? And then because stuff didn't work out in the way that they felt like it should have, now all of a sudden, I'm taking everybody down so I can still get something. But at the end of the day, you still ain't going to get nothing. Because basically you're going to make these people take everything that these people have So, for example, FBI, PETA, go sit up there and be taking stuff from Joe, and which they're already doing, Carol, Jeff, whatever, and now, not really Carol, but Jeff, and now you sit there and be like, yeah, now it's my turn. But they untook everything now because you done snitched on everything. So now all the paperwork, the business, the animals got to be sold, everything got to be shut down. So you just stupid. Little snitcheroo. Be careful of them snitches. Because them snitches, that's why they be saying they dig in ditches. Also, too, it's a really good testament to actual business deals. When I was, trying to get my little leg in fashion, and I was like trying to get some things popping off, I had worked with this older woman who was a scraggly old heifer who till this day can kiss my ass. But anyways, she I had a contract, nothing fancy, but just a simple contract to say, look, this is the kind of money that's going to be into this. This is the kind of money that's going to be put up from the client, and stuff, and blah blah blah. Well, I was new and she was old school, and she was like, "Oh, we just do things with a handshake." And so I was like, "A handshake?" I mean, well, she's nice and she has a good reputation and things like that. She has her stuff established. I've seen her things. And I'm like, well, all right, yeah. So she didn't sign the paperwork. We did a handshake. I half sat there and lost me out on was easily $500. 500 easily. And the client ended up wasting their money by spending what was it, 200? And they had just sat there, which I didn't blame them. And she kept trying to make me look bad, which at the end of the day, it does just make me look bad, because it's like, this was my idea and now it's fell through because I didn't have the certain proper stuff that I felt like I needed to have. And I was trying to do this new business venture, and it just failed. And the crap fails sometimes. It's not a big deal. But the point I'm trying to say is, when you don't have the paperwork, then you lose the right to go and fight fair. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And that's what this guy seems that he keeps running into, is that he can't fight fair, so he has to go and take the underhanded approach and stuff, instead of just walking away and going about his day. It's ridiculous. So, in conclusion, okay, like I said, it's going to be fast because I didn't have much to say. I've been blabbing almost the whole time. In conclusion, what we know is that all of these people, Joe, Carol, Jeff, and the fat guy with short hair, all of them have an ego problem. All of them are underhanded. All of them have rightfully chosen to keep the wrong company. Okay? Being involved with felons and expecting results. Sitting up there, and the doc, but sitting up there having people around you that you feel like you can control because it's, whatever the case is. Killing your husband to the point, and feeding him the tigers in such a degree that which your family more than likely helped you to sit on fortunes and fortunes. And you have also scammed over his wife and everybody else, basically telling them to shut their mouth. Otherwise, you're going to take all their fortune from them and stuff like that. Sitting up there just being so, hateful and envious and jealous and cold-hearted, and sitting up there being so controlling and egotistical that you can't even look beyond your own ass, and to the point where you are a misogynistic pig. All of these crazy factors have surrounded these people's lives. And being a snitch. Snitches get stitches. Period. And they normally don't win at the end. But, a lot of times he'll be connected to some crazier people, still living a crazy lifestyle. And that's what these people are used to. This is what those shows, those crime shows and all that stuff, this is who they're talking about. It looks a bit more redneckish than anything else. But it's out there. And it comes in different colors. It comes in different sounds, that people look different in all of the scenarios. And somebody's more crazy than the next. But this is how it is. And the thing is that their life didn't get like that overnight. And that's why you should always be careful about the chaos that surrounds you, because there's a lot of times it didn't just happen overnight. It's not like they just fell into it. It's something that in their life they were already on the track. Okay, that Jeff Lowe guy sitting up there taking tigers and getting them in there so they can have swinger parties and stuff like that. And meanwhile, like I said too on that, it's not like he said he was doing it with some men in there either. This is purely just another misogynistic pig on his asshole wife who's sitting up there joining into the gang or whatever the case is. And on top of that, got pregnant. I don't even want to know how their kids gonna be raised. But look here, these people, their lives were already on track. And when your life is on a trek and is in a path into damn near destruction, because them niggas is going down. Believe that. They going down. When your life is on that type of trek, you can either sink or swim. And my thing is this, for my personal prerogative, I'm in my own life and I got enough sinking and swimming to do. Okay? Sometimes I be like trying to get air. I don't need extra stuff that just causes more stuff. I don't need the extra headache. So it would just be a lesson and a testament to you guys that if you don't want to be like these people in some type of crazy situation that just happened to become a semi-television show. And I think that question was asked because we found it kind of interesting. I really want to know what angle these cameras were coming from. Okay, you have the internet television thing, then you have the reality. But then who was behind the reality? Was there a reality behind the reality? Because I know he was saying that, but I'm not sure just how deep this went. And then it's like, did they have other people who just happened to know that this is all about the TV thing, so then they were catching footage? Like, how was all of this obtained and over the time frame? And how did they all really just put this into one thing? Really want to know that. I really want to see Carol in prison. I definitely want to see Jeff. I don't know what I want to see Jeff doing. It's crazy. That's why I say he a slick bastard, I tell you, because that Jeff, I don't even know what I want to see him with. Like, do I want to see him just faithful to his wife now that they got a baby? Highly doubt it. She probably gonna start getting mad. We have a child. Like, do I want to see him still, like, doing what other stuff does he get into? What's going on with this Jeff guy? Who rents cars, but yet somehow has enough money to take over something. It's just crazy. Or do I just want to see Jeff in jail? Because Jeff is a felon. Let's go to jail, Jeff. This fat guy, I definitely get, 21 Jump Street vibes from him. So I just really want to see that goes. But I like I said, snitches dig ditches, motherfucker. It's gonna be interesting. And I personally do want to see Joe out, like, in less than 22 years. Only because, like I said, he is somebody that is grade A stupid. And I think that he was just used more as an example in the situation, but I think the point was made. I think that at the end of the day, he, like a lot of dumb people who have no clue on how to do any of those things and who aren't real criminals, they're just loudmouth talkaroos, which you got him on that. That's what I want to say. You got him on the things that he said. But the thing is that he paid somebody $3,000. But anybody in their right mind knows that to pay somebody $3,000 to go and shoot and kill this woman, Carol, is like so not the amount of money that's needed. Like, it's ridiculous. So the thing is like, he wouldn't have done it. And he's just stupid. Let him out. Give him some counseling. He needs counseling. All right, counseling. Get Carol off her high horse. That's all I got for you guys. Peace and love to you. And thanks